Hello, everybody. My name is Dallas. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Outpost. This is technically episode 11. We are at pick number 11 of our positional mock drafts. Basically, what we do is we go in 8 team, 10 team, and 12 team leagues, and we do mock drafts with standard PPR format with standard rosters: one quarterback, two running back, two wide receiver, two tight end, one flex kicker, and a defense. And we basically go at each position in draft and kind of react on how things change. Now, this episode is definitely different because you can't have a pick number 11 in an 8 team or a 10 team. So there's only one draft in this episode, same with the last one. Go ahead and begin. This is from the 11th spot. One of the better spots in 12 team leagues. Actually, I actually have a Superflex 11th spot coming up. Easy pick. They keep giving it to us. I'm going to explain this at the beginning like I do in all of these. Let's go ahead and see who falls. Get us Joe Mixon. I'm going to explain what I just did there. Basically, my wide receivers go DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and then this is based on how I think they'll finish the season points-wise. Number 3 is Tyreek Hill. That being said, I do not like the roller coaster ride that Tyreek Hill takes you on, and therefore I do not take him until 5th wide receiver off the board. I actually have Juju as my number 4 and Julio as my number 5. So I take Juju 3rd overall wide receiver-wise. That's the wonderful part about Juju is you can wait on him. You don't even have to. Like if you were the pick 9 and took, I don't know, or pick 8 and took Le'Veon Bell, you probably could have got Juju with your next round pick. That's what's great about it for me personally. But that's why I take him over people like Odell, and I'd take him over Michael Thomas and Julio. But I then take Julio, then I take Tyreek Hill. I always try to explain that. And then Joe Mixon's my RB7. I have no idea why he's falling like he is. I will take that every day of the week. We were able to get Josh Jacobs to fall to us. Easy. Go ahead and turn around and take Marlon Mack. And what I try to do in every single draft that I'm in is I try to make sure my RB3, and as I've said this in every episode, try to make sure my RB3 is good enough to be at least the RB2 on another team. He already is with the team right next to us, who took Chris Carson. It's good enough to be the one with Melvin Gordon. I do like Marlon Mack and Aaron Jones. I have Marlon Mack slightly over him, but it's pretty close. Definitely the running back 1 on that team. So it solidifies and makes me more comfortable with that pick. Now we look and see, unfortunately, every single wide receiver in that next tier has went off the board. The last one for me is Tyler Boyd, and I'm not even a Calvin Ridley fan. Tyler Boyd is the last one for me. So now we take a look and see, how do we salvage this? What do we do? Perfectly okay, because here we take Alshon Jeffrey. And we're going to take a look here and see what we still have on the board. And, go down slightly. There we go. So, I'm taking Mike Williams here. I think he's going to be a touchdown machine this year. I think you're perfectly content with that. And that kind of, we're not quite solidified to where I'm fully comfortable with my wide receivers yet, but that's okay. We're about to make up for that, and you'll see. The guys that slip here, we're perfectly content with that. And what it is you end up paying off by taking these 3 running backs here. You end up being just fine. And yes, Marlon Mack, Josh Jacobs have the same bye week. It's not a big deal. We'll solidify that in a second. The only way I would have, actually we can, the only reason I don't take yeah, we can. Well, yeah, we'll take, this is a tough pick, actually, between Josh Gordon and D.D. Westbrook. I'm going to go with the more sure thing here. We don't know a whole lot about Josh Gordon right now. I'm taking D.D. here. Josh Gordon went immediately after, but I'm okay with that because we still got Kalen Ballage, and like I said, we're sitting just fine at running backs now. Kalen Ballage worked his way up to be a split back when he was supposed to be the backup, and then Kenyon Drake got hurt, so now Kalen Ballage is looking even better. I don't even know how Kenyon Drake is right now. No player card. Drake not playing yet, but out of walking boot. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Now, see who's falling back to us here at this point in the draft. All these quarterbacks have went off the board. That is okay because we take Jameis when we miss on the other guys, and so we're going to go ahead and take the Nick Chubb of this year, and that's Devin Singletary in my opinion. I think he's going to break out towards the end of the season. I almost bank on it, but we'll see. It may even be sooner than that. There's a good chance that, not a good chance, there is a chance that he doesn't, but I think he does. It's between Breida and Singletary at that point in the draft. By the way, I only go to round 12 on this, but we're going to show you the draft strategy for tight ends when you miss out on, in my opinion, O.J. Howard is the last worth it one, and we could have taken him here, but I needed to lock down these wide receivers. So now we're going to go ahead and take Tyrell Williams here. And here's where, we still got one more pick. So take a look and see what we have on the board here. If you're the Ezekiel Elliott drafter, absolutely go Tony Pollard here. If you're the Dalvin Cook drafter, go Alexander Madison. We didn't take either of them, but that is okay because we are going to take one of them. I'm going to look and see and make sure there's nothing I like better. That's a nice late round shot at Jameis Winston, or not Jameis Winston, Jamison Crowder. But we're taking Tony Pollard here just for the upside potential. Again, if Zeke's there, then you take Madison for sure. Now, typically I ended after 12 picks, but in all the 12-team drafts, I've been showing you on the ones where I missed the tight end, which happens pretty common. I show you guys round 13 is the hot spot for tight ends, where I take one of four that I like. Two of them are already gone, but it's okay because we have four of them that we like. And all right, so basically those four are Jordan Reed, but that's kind of fallen off now. Tony Pollard wasn't, or not Tony Pollard. Delaney Walker was another one of them, but if he slips, Jordan Reed with that concussion, he's kind of scratched off my board. So there's really only three of them. That's Mark Andrews, Greg Olsen, and Kyle Rudolph. And I like Greg Olsen here a little bit better than Kyle Rudolph. So we're only going 13 rounds. We typically only go 12, but I'm showing you how to kind of plug that hole at tight end you may have missed. So we're going to pause it. Take a look at our team, and we've got Jameis at the QB. He's my quarterback 9, which is a quarterback 1 in 12 teams, obviously. Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, and Marlon Mack as our running backs. That is a fantastic lineup. Give me that everywhere I can get it. Juju and Alshon. Alshon every single year is a 3rd or 4th round guy. He's fallen all the way down to like the 7th and 8th round. Or not 7th and 8th, sorry, I'm thinking of the 18th. But a 5th round guy. He slipped. He's starting to rise back up again, as he should, but he's slipping way further than he should have to begin with. I see a little bit of regression, but not to that extent. It's just a bit over the top. Mike Williams, I think, has a really good shot at breaking out this year. He did pretty good last year, but I think he's going to be a touchdown machine. At this point, it's just for a depth addition, because I actually think D.D. Westbrook's going to be better than Mike Williams, but we didn't have to take him at that point. And we also got Tyrell Williams, another one of my favorite sleepers this year. We also got Kalen Ballage, Devin Singletary, and Tony Pollard. Like I said in the last episode, big ball of opportunity right there. Absolutely love this team that we ended up with. As you can go on through and finish the draft however you need to, but we ended at 12 rounds, but I'll show you one more just to show we got Greg Olsen as our tight end. And I said kicker defense, you take them down here. You don't even really have to draft them. Just drop somebody when it comes time to start week 1. But we're going to go ahead. You still have those guys that go down and practice and stuff like that too, so you really can just draft a bunch of depth and then drop somebody for your tight end and your kicker, or not tight end, your kicker and your defense if you really have to. We're going to go ahead and resume in the draft. And these are the shortest episodes by far because there's only one draft in them. So thank you guys so much for watching. That has been the pick number 11 in these positional mock drafts. And we will see you in the very final one, and that is pick number 12. So thank you guys. They're all live on the channel. You can go watch any of them to help you out in any draft position that you may be in. This is basically the strategy I take and how I end up with great teams regardless of what position I'm at. I stick to a main strategy. Obviously, you kind of react to what happens in the draft, but you got to have backup plans, and I've got backup plan on top of backup plan on top of backup plan. And so that's basically the best thing you can do, so you can use these to help you out. So we'll see you in the next one. I am out.